So what is a diphthong? A diphthong is a gliding vowel. I mean, you have that here. A combination of two adjacent vowels, and the important thing is it has to be in the same syllable. In a closed syllable, okay, so not that one vowel belongs to one syllable and the other to the other. This is not a diphthong, okay, in one syllable. Diphthongs behave like long vowels, which they historically speaking are, okay, so this is going to be important later on. A diphthong just behaves the way a long vowel does, okay, phonologically. We come back to that. Let's start. There are 5 major diphthongs in English, and I call them the real diphthongs. I mean, there are unreal diphthongs like or or something like that. We'll talk about them in passing, but these are the real diphthongs, okay? 5 of them altogether. A as in name, okay? I as in time, all right? Oi as in point. And there is one which is different, whether you speak American or British, which is O in British English and O in American English, so no or no, all right, depending on what accent you speak. And the 5th one is ow in a word like now, and we will go through them now systematically one by one. Okay, so here we go. So let's start with the palatal diphthongs, which means those ending in E. Okay, and the first one is A. Okay, A, and you see that here in this chart. I mean, starting with the E in the middle of your mouth, more or less in front, and then A, and the tongue goes up to the short E. A. Okay, the most common spelling is A consonant E. Okay, C stands for any consonant. Okay, and if you look at those examples here, name, take, fate, make, raven, you see the same pattern. Okay, an A, then a consonant, and then an E following. Okay, and this is the most common spelling. So name, take, fate, make, raven, whatever you have, rave, and so on. Okay, but there are other spellings as well, okay? AY, for example, at the end of words, day, clay, say, and pray, okay, some like this. And then you have this awful spelling, EIGH, in slay, in wait, in eight, okay? It's an historical spelling. It really used to be weicht, okay, or weicht, but never mind, yeah, wait today. Okay, and in a whole number of French words, okay, for the French long E, English speakers tend to use this diphthong, not ballet, ballet, okay, and croquet, or American English croquet, gourmet, American English gourmet, parquet and parquet, all right. Souffle and souffle. Okay, here we go. You see, I mean, in French words, very often for this sort of French long E at the end of words. Okay, this the A diphthong. Another palatal diphthong is, of course, I. And there you have to see one thing. I mean, this sound, it starts with this A. It's not the A of father. It's a different A. It's an A, a palatal A, or a more frontish A, which only occurs in diphthongs in English. Okay, it's not A, it's A. You say I. You don't say oi, not oi. I. Okay, and make sure, I mean, if you do the transcription, you use the proper A, the one with the tail up there. Okay, so it's I, and not I. That would be Cockney, by the way. I. Okay, let's go through it systematically. A spelling is I, a very common spelling, I consonant E, okay, as in time and fine and kite and rife, something like this, okay. Loads and loads of these words. I mean, so I consonant E, okay, any consonant, basically. All right, but you have awful spellings as well. One is the IGH, okay, in night, in light, in plight, in sigh. Again, this is an historical spelling. It used to be knicht. It used to be knicht once, but today night, okay, compensatory lengthening, we call that, but you need not know that. Okay. Anyway, yes, but this spelling exists as well in a lot of words. Then you have simple I spelling in words like find and child and kind. Okay, easy, very easy. You have Y spelling at the end of words. I mean, this sort of hashtag symbol means end, okay, at the end of words. So there is a Y at the end of words, which has calligraphic reasons, but never mind. Try, cry, fly, okay, this sort of thing. And then you have these U-Y words like buy and guy, and some Y-E words, bye-bye, bye-bye, or I, or something like that. Okay, it doesn't produce many problems. The last palatal diphthong is oi. Okay, oi, which starts or oi, and then goes right in the direction the tongue moves forward. Okay, frontish. So you start in the back and you put your tongue front. So oi. Okay, oi. Okay. It's not a very frequent diphthong, by the way, but yes. Transcription usually like that, the way you see it here. Okay, point. Okay, case in point. Voice and choice and noise. Okay, joint, something like this. Or e or I spelling. So oi. No problem here. At the end of words, you have the Y, okay? So boy, joy, and employ, okay? No big deal. Next diphthong, okay. Because, I mean, we have to ponder on that a bit. This is the first velar diphthong I would like to talk about. Velar insofar as the tongue moves backwards, okay? Let's say that, I mean, the diphthong is very much in the back, yeah? Like O, and the tongue is not frontish, it's back. And this diphthong is differently realized in British and American English, okay? So British English is more something like, oh, I'm exaggerating, but yeah, oh, you start with schwa, and then you glide into oo. Oh, and Americans would prefer oh, huh? Okay. It's a difference. It's audible, and in transcription, if you do American, you have to do oh, huh? With an O, and for British English, oh. Okay. The symbols are those which are used here in red. Okay. Use the different ones for American and British. Here are examples. You have to distinguish between British and American here all the time. Okay, so note and note. Okay, quote, quote, vote and vote, rose and rose. Okay, rope and rope. Spelled with O and consonant and E. Okay, most common spelling that way. But you have those OW spellings as well, as in no and flow and flow and grow. Okay, that too. And quite a number of OA spelling, okay, in floats and float and boat, loaf, loaf, tote, tote, road, road. Okay, and then in some small words, particularly those two which you see here, single O, as in go and so. Okay. Are the other ones? Yes, one more. Very infrequent, but there exists. And OE, okay, as in woe and woe, and toe and toe. Okay, here we go. But yes, this diphthong, I mean, be aware of the fact, it's one of the few instances where there is a distinction between British and American English in the vowel sounds. Oh, well, 3 or 4, that's one of them. Okay, all right. And the last one I would like to talk about is that one here, a diphthong which is ow. Ow. And you remember when I talked about time and I, the same thing. It's the same, this sort of yeah, the palatal R, front R, which you don't have in father, yeah, rather, and some of this. Not that one, it's A rather than R, okay? So it's really house, yeah, ow, not house, house, no, not back. Ow, not ow, 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 okay? So make sure to use the right symbol, okay? The one which I pointed out with a tail here. Important, no difference between British and American English. So here we go. Usually spelled with an OU, okay? First one I mentioned, a house, okay? About, mouth, sound, okay? Shout, no big deal. OW, same thing, yeah? Now and cow and how, all right. And OUGH spelling, you can, it's one of these awful historical spellings here. Yeah? Bow and plow and drought. Okay. Yeah, these are many of the diphthongs. No big deal. I mean, remember, diphthongs just behave phonetically or phonologically like long vowels, which they were. Okay, historically speaking. Well, historically speaking, I mean the first word here, which you see, was pronounced booh. Imagine that, booh. Tosser, booh. Today, bow. But yeah, it was a long ooh once. It's a diphthong now. You need not know that. What you need to know is long vowels and diphthongs are phonologically the same thing because they have the same quality, which is long. Okay, right, that was it. Those were the vowel sounds, and I would like to come to the consonants sooner or later. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, stay tuned.